Hi, family. I hope I find you well. I wanted to talk about something that I think is very important. Um, that is, of course, an occurrence in our world. I just want to talk about uh, the learning that our children are now having versus the learning that our fathers used to have. So I'm taking that we are in the middle ground, so we have experienced a bit of both the ancient kind of learning and the new, technology and stuff like that. So I've seen that in as much as we have a lot of advantages with the use of technology, AI, inclusion, and stuff like that, there is also quite a few challenges that I see emanating from the technology. But let's talk about the advantages first of all. Like for example, there is just instant access to information, through the use of AI. Kids are able to access information, instantly like that. You don't even need to buy textbooks anymore and stuff like that. That's an advantage, right? And also there is a broader exposure to global perspective. We are no longer confined to just thinking around what we see, because use of internet and everything, you are able to see what happens in the West, in the East, everywhere. So there's that broad exposure, which helps because they are also visually seeing it, and so they can actually experience it in a different way other than just reading text, if you know what I mean. And also it's also accessible. Accessibility, technology has allowed accessibility to just be, and also inclusion. Disadvantaged or disabled kids are able to also have the same chance, to access the gadgets. And also collaboration beyond borders. If you look at gamification and stuff like that, you can easily play a game with someone in Australia whilst you are in a different African country or something like that. So those are some of the advantages. But now when we look to the disadvantages of the same, you realize that the learning utilizing technology, AI and stuff like that, it kind of reduces what I call deep thinking. Because when someone has information readily available to them, there is not a chance that you have an opportunity to just delve into some high level thinking, because of that same exposure. So there is basically shallow learning habits that then begins to take place. I've been just observing our kids, like the way we used to read texts. I did literature in English, and you'd read 10 physical textbooks, for you to be able to understand. But now it's a click. You can even summarize that whole thing and just get an idea of what is. So there's basically shallow learning habits that can grow in terms of that. And there's also that over reliance on technology. Just imagine how our kids just switch off once their gadgets are off, and also it weakens their memory skills. Because of that, there's no need for them to retain or to recall information, because they know that they just need to open their tablet or their iPad or whatever, and then is boom, and it reduces patience as well and perseverance. Now I'm already delving into how this is subliminally creating a whole different character and behavioral patterns in our children. So I'm not saying technology is bad, but I'm just trying to give a balance between the two, so that as parents, you as a parent, you would now know how to manage that, because in life there's got to be balance. So tell me in the comment section what your experience has been with the use of technology, especially with this inclusion of AI, where information is just by a click, everything that you want. It's all structured. Everything is there, So how have that been working for you? Let me know.